Welcome to Think Alive. We're Sharon and Andy, just two people with a dream and a vision of restoring our traditional stone-built farmhouse in southern Spain, transforming it into a beautiful off-grid home and sharing our journey with you.
Welcome back to the Thinker, everyone, to another video. I dropped Sharon off at the airport yesterday. She got away safely. She's spending a week back with her mum, so I'm on my own this week. But disaster struck coming back from the airport. Those who've been watching, you know, we've been having trouble with the car. Suspected egg gasket. Put some miracle cure stuff in it, which didn't work. And on the way back from the airport, it was just absolutely sort of gone. Just overheating and chucking water out everywhere. I think the egg gasket's gone. It's pressurised in the cooling system. It's just pumping out of the header tank. Fortunately, a friend of mine, he's a mechanic. He's got a workshop which is on the way back from the airport. He passed it ish, so I dropped it in there and phoned a couple of friends of ours, Mark and Lorna, who picked me up, saved me, and kindly offered me use of their spare car as well, their second car as well. So Mark and Lorna, thank you so much for that. You're absolute lifesavers. Don't want to do with what I'd done without you. Anyway, so in the meantime, we left you. We had a yellow warning for heavy rain and storms, and I was unable to finish the wall I was working on at the back. Yeah, we didn't get one drop of rain, so I could have done it, but as I said, and on that video, I couldn't take that chance, because if it did rain on my newly pointed wall, it would have ruined it. So this morning, as you can see behind me, the sky is super blue. It's a beautiful day. Our forecast temperatures 29-30 degrees Celsius, which is fantastic. So I'm going to get that done and get it finished today. David, my friend who's got the workshop, he's going to be diagnosing it this week, so it'll be about a week before we know the true extent of it, and of course what it's going to cost. I dread to think. Anyway, so I got this bit of the wall done and pointed. It's looking very nice. It's all dry. I've just got that bit to do, and there's a little bit over there. Don't know if you can see that on there. It's where they've got extractors in the downstairs loo, because it's underground with no windows, no air, so we have an extractor in there, and one in the shower room upstairs, which vent out up here. The pipe's sticking out a big hole in the wall there left. I've never got a chance to fill it in, so I'm going to try and do that at the same time. That's him up there. The links from downstairs. The downstairs loo is there below the ground level here. Our other bathrooms here, they both link through up the top and extract out there. So I need a ladder for that one, of course, but the rest of it is not too bad. Yeah, a couple of bits, but that can wait. First job, of course, is to wet the walls down. Helps the lime stick, get drawn into the existing materials. The spray is still not the best. We're using traditional sand and lime mortar. Should never use cement on solid stone walls, and I'll keep harping on about it. But they need to breathe. If they can't, you get moisture trapped in the wall. It can cause condensation, etc. A whole lot of other problems. Even cause the stones to blow as the moisture tries to escape, because it can't get out of the cement. I need to invest in a new sprayer for sure. Right, I'll get this wet down and then get cracking. that's this wall done anyway. I ran out of mix. I've put a couple of stones in up there to fill that gap in. It's not leaking now, so I guess it'll be alright. The next time I have another mix, I'll finish that bit off first. I'm going to be doing some downstairs anyway, lots and lots of it, to be honest. But yeah, that should be fine now. Give it a brush off in a minute once it's gone off a little bit. And so that's happy days. Finally got this done. Right, so I'm glad that's done. Back to the task in hand. If you saw the last video, I think it was, we've got this little bit that needs preparing. I knocked the main plaster off. I'm going to rake it all out with the air hammer. Just need to get rid of this. Unbelievable how much stuff comes off a little tiny piece of wall. Unbelievable. What are you doing, Jess? Helping. Assume the position. I'm just going to start at the bottom, work my way up, trying to find the edges of the stones. Well, looks like I've got another rebuilding job here. All this bottom was just full of, well, bits of all sorts of stuff. But these are quite nice stones here. I mentioned the other day, because these are like, I don't know if you can make that out on there. They're like a red sandstone. We've not seen that before here, but it could look very nice. They may even need acid cleaning up then, just to bring out the colours in them a bit. But I'm up to here. I've just got this little bit to do. Obviously I want to keep this plastering on the side of the light, because we don't want the light going into stone. But yeah, I'll carry on. Right, so I'm pretty sure that is the last of the demolition and the mess for this room. Let's get rid of this one. Another pile. Excellent. Can't wait to start putting it back together. Start rebuilding it all. Can't wait till we can enjoy the room. Rightio, so I think the next stage I'm going to start on this back wall. You can see it all if I move out of the way a bit. I'm going to turn it into a, it's going to be hopefully a lovely feature wall. There's a lot of work to be done. I'm just going to vacuum it all off, and then there's some big holes in it which I want to get filled in first. Yeah, it's the only logical way to go. I'll show you close up. You can see there's some pretty big holes in it. This one here is even, you can see how big it is, the size of my hand, and even the stone inside is loose. Another massive one there, another hand size hole, goes in a long way, all over the place, all over there, same on the other side. So I think that's the first job. Get it all vacuumed off for a start. I might need to brush some of the stones down, I'm not sure. In the other room, in the other side in the old corral, we cleaned them up a bit, but not too much, but they seem to have cleaned themselves up in time. This massive pile of stones on the floor, I expect to actually use pretty much all of them in this wall, if not more. Yeah, let's get cracking. This is in the old corral next door. This is a continuation of that wall to the right hand side. You can see there we did this, I don't know, a couple of years ago. All the colours starting to come out of the stones in time. Fabulous, looks really nice. So yeah, let's get cracking. Like I said, I'm going to start over here with this section, I think, first. Where do you start? It's a good a place as any. There's a lot of we've got a lot of these kind of size flattish stones that'll disappear into gaps like that. There's a few more, another one there. You can't really make them out on there too well, can you? But yeah, it's going to take a lot. It's just full of them. So first job, getting back to you. So the first job, as always, is to give it a good soaking. This wall is actually the lower part of the wall upstairs that I pointed up yesterday that I finished off. This is underground and it's absolutely bone dry now. We've got all that sort of old stuff off it. So we'll give it a good wetting so the lime can take. This is going to take forever. There we go. You can see where it's wet now. In the first instance, all I'm going to do is fill the big holes in. I'm going to wet the stones down as I put them in, again to help them stick. I've already picked one for here. Throw it at the wall. Stick the stones in. I need a hammer to give it a tap with. So I'll do that and I'll see how we go. I'm working my way along the top. Ah, crikey. Bit of a stretch there. Tapping them in. Pinning stones like we used to use. So we wedge the stones in. So it's the stones that are doing the strength in the wall. The mortar's just holding them together. Lots and lots. I'm just getting the biggest holes for now. Any smaller ones we'll be able to fill in when we do the final pointing. Just got to make sure that the mortar I'm putting in isn't proud of the stones, because that will make it a pig to point. So we've got to set it back a little bit. Yeah, and carry on. Well, that's the first mix gone. There's between 40 and 50 stones gone in that bit there. I've just got down to about here, so I was about right with me damping down. So I'll go and do another one. I hope you can tell on there it's kind of just stone stuck into the big holes. I hope it's taking shape. It will evolve and hopefully you'll see the full progression when it's done and all looking stunning. At the minute we're quite a way off that yet and a lot of work to do. I've actually done better than I thought with that. I've done this top bit already down to here. As you saw before, I didn't vacuum this bit. I've still got a bit of mortar left. So I'm going to see what I can do with this entrance to the arch, to the cave. Let's have a look. I kind of probably should have sprayed this when I did it, because I don't want to sort of lose much on this, but I'm going to see if we can get a couple of stones stuck under there and then we'll have a go. Trying to show you this. I think that'll work pretty well. I've got this one stuck in there. Fall it over. I've got this one stuck in there. See if I can get another one in there, just to round that in a bit. Am I a bit close? It's not easy doing this, juggling, wobbling about on a step. Get my glove on again. Yeah, I think this one, and get him stuck up there, just to bring it round gently. We'll polish it off after we do the pointing. We'll wet it all down. This stuff's pretty sticky. Throw that up there, and hopefully it'll. If you get your mix good, you can generally stick them upside down like this. And take some of the weight of the mortar off it. There we go. Right, I'll carry on, see if we get one more for there, I think. Just one. Let's have a look what we've got. There we go, is that better for me? Yeah. He wants another one sort of going in there, just to build that up a bit. I've put that one in there, and these three there. So yeah, hopefully they should stick. I think that'll look pretty good actually. Once it's all pointed up and the gaps filled in, yeah, it should look fine. It should look great actually. Excellent. This is actually going quicker than I thought. Brilliant. I'm very happy. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to vacuum this lot out here, start to move my way up. I've got the sides round the bread oven to fill in, so I'm going to do up to here, I think, and then get this bit prepared. And we can do the same as that with this. There's some bigger holes here as well. Now in a sitting down position, there's a couple of big holes here I'd like to try and fill in. Just finding ones that fit. These two probably aren't bad actually, are they? No, we'll go with them. We'll try this one first. Big hole there. Rest of it's not too bad actually. It goes nicely that way, doesn't it? Cool. Will he go in there now? Yes. Yes, yes. Fantastic. If you remember, it was about 2 months ago I actually rebuilt this front when we examined what was behind the hole that was in there. There we go. Piece of marble that. Alright. Brilliant. I think he'll go in there. And my tap, oh, no, he's not happy. There we go, he'll stay now. Fab, I'll carry on. Well, that mix didn't go very far. I've got this corner filled in here, this side here now, a few at the bottom, those two that you saw me put in there. I've started up the side of the bread oven. I want to round them in to meet the arch. I don't want a square corner, I want them sloping. Getting both sides to match is a bit challenging. I've just got a few more to do down here though, so yeah, fantastic. So another mix later, I've got all done up to here, all the inside here, the inside round there, the bottom along there, round the cave and up there. That's all ready for pointing. Fantastic. I've got this half to do, whether that's as, I think it might be a slightly bigger area, but not quite as complicated. Time will tell, that's all. So hopefully I can get this done tomorrow and then start on the pointing. Right now it's time for a nice cold beer though. My pile of stones is getting smaller. Right, I'm going to get on with this morning. I was at a friend's last night, popped round to see a friend in the next village, or another village not far away. And coming out, crikey, look at this sunset, absolutely stunning. So I had to take a picture and thought I'd share it with you. I've just been round the back, which is above here, had a look at the wall that I pointed up a couple of days ago. That's looking great, it's all dried out nicely, so that's another thing we don't have to worry about now for winter. So, as usual, same as before, get the vacuum out, get it all vacuumed off, and see what we can do with this. Doesn't wet any down, you can see a lot of the muck actually washing off the stones as well, which is good. And anything that's stuck on it from the previous stuff, it seems to soften it up, makes that easy to get off. So I'm not doing it all, just a bit at a time. See how far my mix will go, because it does dry out really quickly. It's actually quite windy today. You can hear the drawer on this chimney now. I'll put that flue on, especially with the extended height. It's proper, and I'm going to have to find a way of blocking it off, I think. I've had a couple of suggestions about putting a baffle in. Well, there's nowhere actually to put one because the flue doesn't start until halfway up there. So I might fabricate a top for it or something. Have a look what we can do, but for now it's still not too cold, but it's something to think about for the future. Yeah, probably just finding the stones. Oh, it's a mission. Will he go in there? Oh yes. Give him a tap. That's it. Make sure the mortar's below the level of the stone so I can point it up after. Or where I can, I'm actually levelling them up now, but it's easier to just get them stuck in and sort them out later. I'll carry on. And there we go, several hours later. This side's done pretty much as much as it can be. There's always going to be a few small stones to put in when we do the pointing. But it goes without saying, you can't even tell by looking at me until you start trying to stick the mortar in, and it kind of reveals itself. But hopefully it looks like a bit of a different wall. I'll lean back a bit. Just to me, and from here anyway, so yeah, it's a solid wall again now. When this goes off it will be. The pointing up's just a bit that pretties it off really and makes it look nice. I'm going to be starting on that I think tomorrow. It should have gone off enough, but I think I'm going to be doing a couple of other things as well to break up the monotony, because it does get a little bit tedious. I need to mount that light in the cave. On the little cave light, just instead of a block of wood, setting a piece of wood, I just need to mount some stones around that to hold that nicely where it wants to be. But generally, yes, there's a lot to be done. So, well, that's it for me. I've had enough. My head's going to explode. It's concentrating on this and the tediousness of it to a certain extent. Very satisfying when you've done it. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. If you've made it this far, please consider subscribing to the channel. It's absolutely free. And that does help us out, it does support us. So yeah, and I'll see you on the next one.